Las Vegas. I'm Jeff Burton. Speed and aggressive driving belong here on the Speedway.
It doesn't belong out here on the roadway.
If you're an aggressive driver, the object in your mirror may be closer than you think.
Good morning. You've turned to 3, where news comes first. We now begin another broadcast day. Channel 3 is owned and operated by Valley Broadcasting.
News 3 talks with a woman who claims to be the godmother of an abandoned toddler.
Shocking new admissions from the Texas mother charged with drowning her 5 children.
And we'll take a look back at the life and career of Carol O'Connor.
This is News 3 Sunrise with Scott Haws and Sue Manteris.
Good morning. Welcome to News 3 Sunrise. It's Friday, June 22nd. I'm Ben Correa in for Scott Haws.
And I'm Chera, Kimiko. Sue Manteris has the day off. And, of course, we will check in with John Frederickson in just a moment. But first, we want to give you a glimpse of what your day is turning out to be.
You're looking live right now at our Fitzgerald camera. Partly cloudy, temperature 88 degrees, humidity 22%, wind south 9 miles per hour, barometer 29.95 and rising. Share today is Friday, weather on wheels. John will be joining us shortly.
Yeah, it should be a nice day. Looking forward to see all the classic cars that are out there as well. And did you want us for later on today? No? Okay.
Moving on to other local news, authorities are getting closer to finding the missing parents of a little boy known as Toddler Juan. He's been staying at Child Haven since being abandoned more than 2 weeks ago. News 3 has talked with people who say they know who the little boy is, and they tell us his name is not Juan, but James. News 3's Steve Krupe has the story.
People who tell us they know this little boy say he grew up in this neighborhood near Twain and Paradise and just turned 3 years old last week.
Oh, he's a sweetheart. He's he kind of by himself a lot. He's a very loving kid. Loves cars. He likes Hot Wheels. You give him Hot Wheels, he'll play for hours by it. He likes movies. His best movie is Baby Geniuses.
Granola Switzer says she's the little boy's godmother. She says his mother is a former stripper who goes by the name Summer.
But for her to take off and leave him with nobody else and not come back, that's not her style.
The staff at Child Haven will be investigating this new information. Meantime, Toddler Juan, or Toddler James as his name may actually be, remains in protective custody where he seems to be having a good time.
He's very affectionate. He will give people hugs, and if you ask for a hug, you can ask him in Spanish or English, and he will respond to either one.
At this point, no decision has been made on whether the boy's parents will face criminal charges if and when they are found. Steve Krupe, News 3.
He's adorable. Normally, Child Haven shields the identity of abandoned or neglected kids, but in this case, they really had no choice but to go to the public with the situation. The boy was picked up by police back on June 2nd. He was with a man who said he just met the boy's mother and that she disappeared after leaving the child with him. And
this year, lawmakers approved the Safe Haven bill, which gives protection for parents who want to give up their babies, but now there's also another option called Project Cuddle. It is a California-based nonprofit organization that just started here in the Valley. The group is looking for volunteers to help women with legal and medical assistance or to provide a place to stay until the baby is born.
We had our first call within 12 hours, and a woman said, "You better figure something out. I'm going to give birth anytime, and I'm going to put it in the park because I hate it." She had been raped.
Groups like Project Cuddle support the new Safe Haven bill here in Nevada. Last year in our state, 12 babies were abandoned and end up dying.
The 8-year-old boy who was killed while crossing the street Tuesday is now helping to keep other children alive. Lee Moran was taken off of life support yesterday. His mom, Sherry, who was with Lee when he was hit, insists they had put the green light there, but witnesses at the scene disagree. Lee's parents have decided to donate his organs and say that brings them a little bit of comfort.
Liver went to someone last night, a 12-year-old boy, and we saved his life. My son saved his life with his liver. So at least Lee did something really good in his life.
Right now, police do not plan to charge the driver because it appears the individual had the right of way.
newspaper reports Andrea Yates, the mother accused of drowning her 5 children in the bathtub, has made a videotaped statement admitting to it. Andrea Yates said she had to chase down her 7-year-old son and drown him next to his sister. Yates will be arraigned on capital murder charges later on this morning. Yesterday, her husband told reporters he loves and supports his wife, but he is struggling to understand how she could do such a thing.
I'm supportive of her. It's hard, like I said, because, I'm torn. One side of me, blames her because she, she did it, but the other side of me says, well, she didn't because that wasn't her,
Russell says he blames his wife's actions on severe depression.
Police say 4 bodies found in a home of a Denver police officer are the apparent victims of a murder-suicide. Another officer responded to a 911 call at the address and found the bodies of a man, a woman, and a young boy and girl. Investigators believe Aurora police officer George Petrillo most likely shot his wife and children before killing himself.
A man who commanded a construction crane in Atlanta yesterday has hanged himself.
That story tops today's headlines, with police watching the 23-year-old man drop from the crane this morning with a noose around his neck.
Roger Clinton says there's no truth to allegations he took money to arrange presidential pardons. He claims he is being unfairly judged by the media. Federal inmate claims he paid Roger Clinton $200,000 for the pardon.
Violence continues in Northern Ireland. Officials say Catholic and Protestant rioters have been bombarded police with rocks, bricks, and gasoline bombs for a second straight night.
And a new study says the most effective forms of preventative medicine are childhood vaccinations and anti-smoking counseling. Among the least effective are colon cancer screenings and drug warnings.
He gave us one of the most memorable characters in television history. Now the world is saying goodbye to Carroll O'Connor, otherwise known to many as Archie Bunker. The television stage and screen star died yesterday at the age of 76. Kurt Gregory takes a look back at his incredible career.
Say the word sex. There's women around here, you palooka. I don't use 4-letter words around women.
Carroll O'Connor was perhaps best remembered for his portrayal of Archie Bunker, the cantankerous working-class bigot in the legendary television series All in the Family. He won 4 Emmys and a Peabody Award for the role. O'Connor's own upbringing vastly contrasted that of Archie Bunker, having been raised in a prosperous part of Queens, New York. His father, an attorney, partnered with 2 Jewish lawyers. O'Connor once said he never heard Archie's kind of talk in his own home.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but you are one dumb Pola.
After All in the Family went off the air, O'Connor went on to do Broadway plays, several made-for-TV movies, and in 1988 made a comeback to television in the series In the Heat of the Night, co-starring his adopted son, Hugh. The 1995 suicide of 36-year-old Hugh O'Connor led the elder O'Connor on an anti-drug crusade and legal vengeance against the drug dealer who O'Connor blames for his son's death. In March of 2000, O'Connor was honored for his impressive body of work on stage, television, and film, with a star on Hollywood's Walk of Fame. Though O'Connor often said his greatest accomplishment was his marriage to his wife of 50 years, Nancy. Health problems late last year left O'Connor hospitalized with complications from diabetes. And now a heart attack took his life at the age of 76. Kurt Gregory, NBC News.
He will be missed. O'Connor wasn't even the first choice to play Archie Bunker, by the way. Mickey Rooney was offered the part, but he turned it down. Gene Stapleton, who played Archie's wife, Edith, says O'Connor was one of the most intelligent and generous people she had ever worked with.
Another great loss in the entertainment world. Veteran bluesman John Lee Hooker has died. Reports say Hooker died in his sleep yesterday. His music career spanned 6 decades and included songs like Boogie Chillin', Boom Boom, and I'm in the Mood. Hooker was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1991.
2 people will be missed.
Extremely missed.
Well, summer is upon us, and we would all love to get away for some dream vacation with the family.
Yeah, but what can you do if the money is tight and it appears any trip is out of your financial reach?
Just ahead in our money report, we've got some suggestions for some affordable, yes, we just said affordable family vacations.
And former Senator Bob Dole gets ready for major surgery. That and more, including your weather, all coming up on News 3, where news comes first.
I bet using intuition instead of doctors to find out what ails you.
I'm just able to look into people's bodies and see what's going on.
See why some people are turning to alternative forms of treatment, and if they work at 4.
The next time you check out at Vons, don't watch us. Watch this, Vons' new checkout screen. Watch it for specials, how much you save, and if you're an instant winner in our Instant Watch and Win sweepstakes. Through September 1st, 950 winners a day will win a 5% savings award. 5 winners a day will win JVC camcorders, and 1 winner a week will drive off with a new Buick Rendezvous CX. Start watching and winning this summer at Vons.
Right now, you can save on select award-winning Chrysler vehicles with Chrysler Summer Savings. For a limited time, get a $2,000 cash allowance on the best minivan ever, Chrysler Town & Country. Or get a $2,000 cash allowance on Voyager. So hurry in, because with prices like these, this family's also pretty smart. Get to your Chrysler dealer today. The $2,000 cash allowance is only for a limited time.
Right now at Carpeteria, buy any carpet, any floor, with no payments, no interest for 15 months. That's right, save on over 5,000 Stainmaster carpet colors. Save on laminate, vinyl, tile, and more. And buy with no payments, no interest, not for 6 months, not for 12 months, but a full 15 months. It's all here. Store-wide savings, total satisfaction guarantee, plus no payments, no interest for 15 months. Only at
Carpeteria.
Through Sunday. Hurry!
Need a good reason to come to Courtesy Pontiac? How about we're the top-rated Pontiac, Suzuki, and Daewoo dealer in the whole Western region? We're also located at Rainbow and Sahara with more than 1,000 new and used vehicles to choose from. Plus, with our incredible volume, you'll always save more money. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff show you how with financing from 0.9% and huge savings in manufacturer rebates and discounts, too. No wonder so many people have chosen Courtesy Pontiac #1. Need any more reasons? Courtesy Pontiac #1 for a reason. Only at the corner of Rainbow and Sahara.
Has been sponsored by Wex Wheels, specializing in exotic and highline automobiles on South Decatur between DI and Spring Mountain.
Everyone loves it.
You're watching Southern Nevada's #1 choice for news. This is News 3 Sunrise.
Welcome back. On Wall Street. Stocks ended higher yesterday on hopes of an interest rate cut by the Federal Reserve at their meeting next week. The Dow gained 68 points. The Nasdaq added 27 points. The S&P 500 finished up nearly 14 points. Well, summer is finally here. Maybe hard for some to believe, and for many of us, that means it's time to take a family vacation. While it may seem like an expensive proposition, it really doesn't have to be. In today's Monday Report, Scott Hansen has some creative ways you can enjoy a little time away without breaking the old piggy bank.
Do you guys remember that? That was Storyland.
Twice a year, the Shore family gathers to reminisce about their last vacation and to plan their next big trip.
We think a lot about budget. We try and figure out ways to keep the costs down.
A good strategy, agrees Mark Orwell, managing editor of Travel and Leisure Family magazine.
Don't start off thinking, where do we want to go on vacation, but start off thinking, how much can we spend?
Once you determine a budget, then pick your destination. Orwell says consider a package deal. It could be the most affordable way to go.
It puts together your hotel, your airfare, sometimes a rental car, and sometimes even meals and activities into one price.
If you want to travel overseas, you might consider buying through a consolidator, a travel agent who buys tickets in bulk and resells them at a discount.
You can save 30% by buying your tickets through a consolidator.
You can find a consolidator in the travel section of most newspapers, along with lots of enticing ads for the most popular destinations. You might want to consider hitting those hot spots in the off-season.
For example, going to a ski resort in the spring or the summer. You can save 25 or 30% easily over the peak high season in winter.
Another cost cutter, bunk with relatives. Or think about being a tourist in your own backyard. Some of the best vacations for the Shore family were spent at home with a theme.
We went to a dinosaur museum near us and we made a little movie of, you know, like Godzilla squishing a dinosaur. So it was a whole theme of dinosaur things that we had never done before.
No matter how near or far you go from home for vacation, remember it won't be fun if it's a financial burden. For Money Reports, I'm Scott Hansen.
If you're planning a family vacation, go to our website at kvbc.com and click on the Quicken icon. We've got a tool that will tell you how long it will take give you enough money for your getaway. Monday, by the way, in our Money Report, we'll tell you how to find out if you're a credit card addict and show you steps you can take to help yourself. Good news, if you're looking to buy a home, interest rates are down for the third straight week. The average interest rate for a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage slipped to 7.11%, I should say, and a 15-year mortgage now stands at 6.65%. While other parts of the economy have been hurt by the economic slowdown, the housing market is holding up well.
Former Senator Bob Dole is preparing to undergo angioplasty. Dole will have the procedure done next week to treat an aneurysm. An aneurysm is a bulge in the aorta that can bust and kill instantly if it grows large enough. Dole expects to return home to Washington by July 1st.
Time now to check with our weather. It is Friday. You know what that means?
Weather on wheels at Lamar's with Mr. John Fredericks. And he is the, hey, John, how are you doing?
Doing just fine, Chera. Ben, good morning. We're here again back at Lamar's on Sahara, just to the east of Fort Apache. Again, we start our party this morning, the engine block party, where it's all about cars and Lamar's this morning. We've already had people showing up, and we've got a very, very special treat for you this morning, an automobile that you could actually take home. It's not going to be easy, but it could happen. I'll tell you more about it in a moment. Let's talk about your forecast. Right now, we've got, it's been very warm in the overnight hours. We've got temperatures that have really stayed close to 90 degrees in the last several hours. Our current temperature reading out at McCarran right now is a rather warm 86 degrees, 27% humidity, wind south at 6, barometer is rising. Your forecast for today, about like yesterday, maybe a couple degrees warmer, actually, although it is going to cool off a little bit over the weekend, folks. It is going to become somewhat breezy this afternoon, a very typical summer-like day, the first full day of summer, 105 there, your afternoon high. Yesterday's high temperature, we managed to make it up to 103 degrees officially out of McCarran. The air quality really seems to be the biggest fly in the proverbial ointment. Okay, and we're going to come back to me apparently, and we'll see if we can get the old weather computer going here in just a moment. In the meantime, we've had folks stop by. Dick came with his 71 Nova. This beautiful 2000 Monte Carlo was actually won by one of our viewers, and Jim brought his 66 Ford Mustang. But this is a car that I really want you to take a look at this morning, folks. This is a 1955 Chevrolet Bel Air. And this is actually up for auction. It went on auction at eBay. This car was one of Danny Gann's cars, and you might have read the story several months ago. This was up for one of the prizes when they had their big benefit for the Lily Claire Foundation. More on that in a little bit. But this car now has been donated back for auction. It's on eBay right now. You can bid on this thing. The opening bid is a mere $20,000, but this thing is an absolute beauty. I hope you get a chance to come by and check it out. All the proceeds go to Danny Gann's Lily Claire Foundation. So come on by, check this one out, and also bring your own classic car. Speaking of classics, it's become a classic. It's the Fredericks Fact, and let's go ahead and show that if we can. I want to give you a chance to win. A blank can survive for up to 2 weeks underwater. A blank can survive for up to 2 weeks underwater. Now, folks, I'm not looking for a fish, okay? It's something other than what you would normally expect. 657-3425 if you have the first correct answer. Oh, man, do I have stuff for you. I've got a dinner for 2 at Tony Roma's, got a brand new location at Sahara and Decatur. Speaking of cars, how about a gift coupon book from Fabulous Freddy's Car Wash? This is for 10 VIP car washes valued at $170. And a rather belated gift for Mother's Day, how about a spa treatment of Mom's Choice at Canyon Ranch Spa Club? All of that for the first correct answer. Dial carefully, please. By the way, your 5-day forecast, apparently we did get the weather computer working. It is going to cool off a little bit over the weekend, folks. We're going to drop down to right around 100 degrees over the next couple of days. It is going to feel a little bit more humid, and there is a slight chance late this afternoon we could see a thunderstorm over the mountain, but the valley should stay dry. Once again, humidity level is going to come up just a little bit, kind of feel like a little bit of that monsoon moisture. Again, this 55 Chevy Bel Air donated by Danny Gann's for the Lily Claire Foundation. It went on eBay for auction. There's a direct link from the KVBC.com site. Opening bid, just a mere $20,000. Stop by and see it here at Lamar's. We'll have your answer to the fact and more about this beauty and other cars in the next half hour. Chera, Ben?
What a beautiful car.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Isn't that nice? It's gleaming. The sun's not even up, and it's actually gleaming right now.
It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
John,
Thanks,
thank you.
John. Young sports fans dream of basketball superstars.
Mitch Roberts has the story plus the 51's baseball highlights in Sunrise Sports.
Las Vegas 51s were home last night to finish up a 4-game series against the Salt Lake Stingers. Las Vegas came into the game only 3 games out of first place in a weak division. Let's go ahead and check out some of the highlights last night. Nice of Cosmo to show up and let everybody know how they can work off the hot dogs and popcorn and everything. You know, you got to exercise if you're going to eat all that ballpark stuff. Angel Pena, tell you what, he's been doing nothing but chowing down on fastballs. Hit another home run out last night, a biggie for Las Vegas in a low-scoring game. 3-2 was the final. Pena now 4 home runs in his last 5 games, the final. Again, 3-2. Former Running Rebel Tyrone Nesby's in town this week to put on a basketball camp for kids. As our Rick Strasser reports, Tyrone's going to be a happy camper next season if Michael Jordan comes back to play.
Down to Nesby, the jumper. Yes, Rebels on top.
Most every kid's dream is to be a superstar. A few get there, but in the interim, just meeting a star is a dream come true. This week, former Running Rebel Tyrone Nesby is throwing a camp that benefits his foundation.
What we do is we throw camps every summer for the kids. We have a lot of kids come here. We give the inner city kids, we have like 50 of them come in, you know, and I pay for them to come in here.
The campers at the Tyrone Nesby NBA Superstars Camp react like most youngsters would when getting the chance to actually meet an NBA star.
Cool. Whoa.
You can take Tyrone off the dribble, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
So do you think you can beat Tyrone now that you've been through the camp?
Not at all.
Nesby was traded from the Clippers to the Wizards this past season. Now he is like many of the kids he's teaching, wide-eyed at the chance to play with Mike. You know,
and Michael
Jordan
pulls up and I would love to play with Mike. I mean, I hope he get better so, you know, he can make a decision. He's getting everybody ready for next year. Actually, I'm going to go out there next month, work out. And he hurt his ribs. I hope you get better, Mike, right? So we can go on and win a championship this year.
Rick Strasser, News 3 Sports.
Hey, and Tyrone, before we let you go, if Jordan does come back, could you hook us up with some tickets? That would be nice. I'm sure the friends are coming out of the woodwork if that happens next season. That'll do it for this edition of Sunrise Sports. Hope to see you again at 6 and 11. Until next time, I'm Mitch Roberts. Have a good day.
Mitch, thank you. Ever complain that TV stars make too much money?
Well, if you do complain, plan on complaining a little bit more because you'll never believe how much they are planning to pay Frasier. We'll tell you about that next.
Plus, Magic Johnson, the man you see right over there, is not a movie star, so why is he being honored on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Plus, we've got a sneak preview of the movies hitting theaters this weekend. Oh boy, Eddie Murphy's back at it again.
Talking animals.
That's all next on News 3 Sunrise, where news comes first. I'm Nina Raditich. Your child's stroller is recalled. You call the hotline, and this is what you hear.
Hot girls love phone sex too. Call now.
We dig deeper into the truth behind most recall hotlines tonight at 5.
Even though we just turned 60, we're still climbing mountains, trekking through forests, and playing in the mud. And now we're celebrating that heritage during the Jeep Anniversary event. Get a $1,000 cash allowance and 0.9% APR financing when you buy a Grand Cherokee. Or returning Daimler Chrysler lessees with preferred credit can lease one for just $369 a month. So come celebrate our great past. It'll make for an exciting future. Check one out at your Jeep dealer.
To prolong the life of your carpets, experts recommend that you vacuum 3 times a week and have them cleaned professionally every 6 months. To help my carpets last longer, I use the people I trust at ChemDry. Unlike most carpet cleaners, ChemDry's patented low moisture process won't leave behind dirt-attracting residues. My carpets stay clean and last longer. With ChemDry, my carpets are dry in 1 to 2 hours, and their service is always guaranteed. So call ChemDry today to take advantage of this limited time offer.
Need a good reason to come to Courtesy Pontiac? How about we're the top-rated Pontiac, Suzuki, and Daewoo dealer in the whole Western region? We're also located at Rainbow and Sahara with more than 1,000 new and used vehicles to choose from. Plus, with our incredible volume, you'll always save more money. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff show you how with financing from 0.9% and huge savings in manufacturer rebates and discounts, too. No wonder so many people have chosen Courtesy Pontiac #1. Need any more reasons? Courtesy Pontiac #1 for a reason. Only at the corner of Rainbow and Sahara.
Catch the show of the year, La Cage, tonight at the Riviera Hotel, where Cher, Tina Turner, and Reba McEntire are recreated by superstar female impersonators. Starring Las Vegas Entertainer of the Year, Frank Marino as Joan Rivers. The ever-changing La Cage. Now in award-winning year is a show you can come back to see over and over again. So don't miss your chance to see Liza, Bette, Madonna, Diana, and many others.
And look, guys, you won't believe your eyes. Us gals are really guys.
Dream, 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 dream.
Suddenly, millions of people are dreaming about dairy foods. They just can't seem to get them off their minds. The reason? Lactate Ultra. Lactate is the simple, natural way to make dairy easy to digest. Just take it with your first bite. That's all it takes to make your dreams come true. Lactate Ultra, for the love of dairy.
Sunrise Children's Hospital is a proud supporter of the Baby Your Baby program.
Welcome back. Kelsey Grammer will soon be the highest paid actor in TV history. Daily Variety reports the Frasier star has agreed to stay with the hit sitcom through 2004. Listen to this, and you better sit down, for a record fee of $1.6 million an episode. Industry insiders say that's roughly $75 million for 48 episodes over 2 seasons. Wow.
Seems the world can now walk all over Magic Johnson's good name. It is okay, though. However, the legendary athlete now has his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Magic is honored in the movie category for launching his Magic Johnson movie theater chain. He started the chain in 1995 to bring movie theaters to more minority neighborhoods.
Dr. Dolittle and some lean, mean, racy machines are invading movie theaters this weekend.
Sarah Edward gives us a preview and also a look at what's new at the video store.
Little, I presume. Welcome to my den. Would you like a fish?
Oh, no thank you. I've eaten already.
Hey, the beaver offers you a fish. You take the fish.
Eddie Murphy returns to the big screen as the doctor who can talk to the animals in Dr. Dolittle 2. The now famous Doc makes some new four-legged friends, this time in the forest. The outraged critters call on Dr. Dolittle to help them save their environment from human developers. The good Doc enlists the help of a circus bear to help the cause and help save the day. Saving Private Ryan star Vin Diesel drives the streets of L.A. as if he owns them in The Fast and the Furious. He dominates a nighttime racing empire. Paul Walker plays an undercover cop who infiltrates this dangerous world. Jordana Brewster plays Diesel's sister and falls for the handsome new racer. And now Paul Walker is torn between his loyalty to the FBI and his new partners in crime. Coming to video stores, Proof of Life, the film that received more attention for the love affair between its two stars, Meg Ryan and Russell Crowe. Crowe is called on to negotiate the release of Ryan's husband, who's been kidnapped by rebel forces in Latin America. During the search, the two fall in love. In real life, of course, that affair is long over. Also on video, The Pledge, starring Oscar winner Jack Nicholson as a retired detective who's obsessed with finding the killer of one of his unsolved murderers. And a very funny offering featuring the biting wit of David Mamet in Staten, Maine. In this clever comedy, a movie company descends on a small town wreaking havoc in the quiet community. And finally, the teen romance that was a big hit at the box office, Save the Last Dance. Julia Stiles and Sean Patrick Thomas have an interracial love affair that blossoms as they share their love of dance. Sarah Edwards, NBC News.
This is your 3-View Preview with Jim Snyder.
Happy Friday, everyone. Nev Campbell is on Rosie today at 3 to talk about her new film, Panic. Then on News 3 at 4, most people go to the doctor to cure what ails them. But more and more Americans are turning to people who use their intuition to gauge health. At 5, we tell you about product recalls all the time, but a consumer group says most companies fail on the follow-up. We'll tell you what's being done to help you steer clear of dangerous products.
The word is out, and these recent Oldsmobile buyers are talking.
It's a great car. I love it.
It's an awesome car.
We've only had it about 3 weeks, but we love it.
Get into a new Oldsmobile this spring with a General Motors commitment, a 5-year, 60,000-mile GM protection plan with continued availability of service and parts. Plus, qualified buyers can get great 0.9% APR financing or up to $3,000 cash back on all new 2001 Oldsmobiles.
That's an excellent deal. Now's the time to do it. Take advantage.
See your dealer for details. Oldsmobile, backed by GM.
Citigroup is the #1 financial institution in the world. We attribute our success to the quality level and dedication of our employees. A prime example of this is Lisa Fuller, our City Star Performer of the Month.
I'm given the opportunity to reach my personal goals while contributing to the payment team's success.
Lisa has achieved success through hard work, knowledge, and attitude. Her commitment to service excellence has truly made her one of our strongest links. Thanks, Lisa, and congratulations.
Now at the Tobin Infinity Superstore, it's a special refinance sale.
Inventories of excellent used vehicles like these are available by paying a small refinance fee. $99 and you drive. Hundreds of cars ready to be refinanced from dealer inventory. Refinance and drive top-notch premium vehicles for $99 down. Special lease returns, bank returns, and factory returns are all ready at the Tobin Infinity Superstore used vehicle refinance sale. It's a smart way to drive. Refinance for $99.
Police intensify their search for the parents of an abandoned toddler.
One viewer's money-saving advice sparks a surge for styrofoam.
And find out why Las Vegas is the place to go if you're looking for a perfect smile.
This is News 3 Sunrise with Scott Haws and Sue Manteris.
Welcome to News 3 Sunrise. It is Friday, June 22nd. I'm Chera, Kimiko in for Sue Manteris.
And I'm Ben Correa in for Scott Haws. News is in just a moment, but first, John Fredericks is live at Lamar's with some classic cars. Of course, Friday is weather on wheels. And how's Friday going to shape up, John?
Well, it's going to be another hot one, Ben, but it is going to cool off a little bit over the weekend. And good morning. It's another edition of our Weather on Wheels. It just has a nice ring to it. Lamar's and cars, and the cars are already lining up. We've got some gentlemen here that brought these beautiful cars here, and there they are standing in front of their beauties. And we'd love to show off yours as well. And we've got one special car we're going to show off throughout the morning, and that's this beautiful 55 Bel Air that was part of the Danny Gans collection that's just went on eBay. All the proceeds going to the Lily Claire Foundation. We're going to talk more about that one. But once again, that thing's up for auction right now. Just a minimum bid of only $20,000. Let's look at your forecast. We'll start with the right now conditions outside. We've got a warm 86 degrees, 27% humidity, winds south at 6, and our barometer is on the rise. Expect another hot one, as I mentioned, 105, but now our average high is 103, so certainly within the vicinity, as we like to say. And the winds are going to be a little bit more brisk over the next couple afternoons, probably out of the southwest, maybe 10, and occasional gust up to 25 miles per hour. Have not heard whether or not we have a winner for the facts, so until I do, just continue those phone calls. We'll get your 5-day forecast and the answer to that, and more on these beautiful automobiles, and we'd love to see you out here at Lamar's on Sahara, just east of Fort Apache. In the meantime, we'll send it back to you in the studio for the news. Chera, Ben.
All right, thank you, John Fredericks. We'll check in with you a little bit later. On to our top story. People responding to the search for a little boy's parents. 3-year-old toddler Juan was abandoned by his mother nearly 3 weeks ago. He is now in protective custody at Child Haven while caseworkers try to figure out who the boy belongs to. He's in good health but has hardly spoken a word. Authorities may get some answers from a woman who saw the boy's picture on TV and says she is his godmother.
I don't know what's going to happen to James. I don't know what my hands are, I don't know what I can do. I know I'm a godmother. I don't have any legal ties to him. But it's just like I want to see him. I want to let him know everything's okay. You know, we're going to find his mommy. Because we will find his mom.
Renala Switzer says the boy's real name is James, not Juan, and that his mother is a former Las Vegas stripper who goes by the name of Summer.
Child Haven is an organization that protects children not only from abusive situations at home, but from parents who no longer want them. This year, state lawmakers took a step to protect infants and unborn babies as well. It's called the Safe Haven Bill, and parents can leave their babies at designated sites like medical centers or fire stations with no questions asked.
You can't be asked for any information. You can't be followed. And it's a presumption by the authorities that if you don't leave any information on how you can be contacted, that you are consenting to waiving your parental rights.
The bill does not give parents complete freedom to abandon their children. Only babies younger than 30 days old can be left at those designated sites.
And besides the Safe Haven bill, there is another option for parents here in the Valley. It is called Project Cuddle. It's a California-based nonprofit organization that helps women with legal and medical assistance or provides them with a place to stay until the baby is born. Groups like Project Cuddle support the new Safe Haven bill here in Nevada. Last year in our state, 12 babies were abandoned and ended up dying.
The mother of an 8-year-old boy who died while crossing a busy intersection is making a plea to other parents. And as Stacey Escalante reports, that boy's mom is urging parents to hold their kids' hands and look both ways before crossing the street.
It's the first picture Uncle Dale and his nephew Lee had ever taken together during Lee's last days of life.
I kept telling him how much I loved him and find my way. I'd trade places with him. He's a beautiful kid. We're all gonna miss him dearly.
Especially his mom, who was by Lee's side when life took a tragic turn. They were walking to the store trying to catch Lee's dad so he could buy ice cream.
I always told him, wait for the little white man to come on the light. He called him the little white snowman.
Sherry says Lee waited for the green light.
He saw his dad across the street and said, I love you, Daddy. I'm coming to get my ice cream. And that's when he got hit.
But witnesses tell police the driver of the pickup was the one with the green light, so he won't be facing charges. The Moran family insists he's guilty and wonder why he hasn't called. But for now, they're mostly focusing on where Lee is.
He was a good child, and I know he's in heaven with Papa and my mother, and I know he's okay. I know Jesus is taking care of him. I know he's with God.
The mother also donated Lee's organs to other people, and police say after the accident, traffic engineers check out the signals. It was working properly, according to police.
Some local businesses are taking steps to protect themselves and you from criminals who try to steal your identity. It is a plan that rests on the one thing crooks cannot steal, and that is your fingerprint. Customers leave a print behind, and that makes it easier for police to tell if you are really you. Right now, about 30 businesses are involved with the fingerprinting program.
The ethics battle involving City Councilwoman Lynette Boggs McDonald is over. In a 5-to-1 vote, the State Ethics Commission cleared Boggs McDonald. She was accused of taking an inappropriate trip to the University of Notre Dame in 1999 with friends who are also executives with Station Casinos. Earlier this year, the City Ethics Commission also dismissed the charges against her. Mayor Oscar Goodman and North Las Vegas's mayor have been named in a recent ethics complaint. So have City Council members Michael Mack and Michael McDonald.
More horrific details are being revealed in the case against a Texas mother accused of drowning her 5 children. The Houston paper says Andrea Yates has told police her 7-year-old son Noah entered the bathroom while Yates was drowning her 6-month-old daughter and asked, quote, "What's wrong with Mary?" She then says she chased Noah throughout the house, dragged him back to the bathroom, and drowned him next to his sister. Yates will be arraigned on capital murder charges later on today.
Hollywood has lost one of its brightest stars. Carol O'Connor died yesterday of a heart attack at the age of 76. The veteran actor, whose career spanned decades, is best known for his role as the lovable and sometimes hateable, depending on who you talk to, Archie Bunker on the groundbreaking sitcom All in the Family. The show's producers, Norman Lear, says O'Connor, as Archie Bunker, was a genius at work, God's gift to the world. And Rob Reiner, who starred as Archie's son-in-law, you may remember Meathead, praises O'Connor for helping him shape his own career.
Aside from the fact that Carol O'Connor clearly created, I believe, the most indelible character in the history of American television. He was a very important man for me because he taught me not only about acting, but about how you construct a play, how you create a character.
Very funny as well, and will be missed. After all, in the family, O'Connor starred in its spin-off Archie Bunker's Place and In the Heat of the Night.
Officials now say a campfire at a marijuana farm started the blaze that's destroyed 15,000 acres and is getting closer to Reno. Right now, firefighters have the fire about 40% contained, but they're concerned about possible winds that could blow the flames closer to the city. Firefighters are also worried wild animals may be looking for shelter near residential neighborhoods to escape those flames. Fire crews are warning folks who live near the fire not to leave food out in the open.
Well, we've been talking a lot about tips to help cut back on those power bills.
Yeah, well, now one viewer's suggestion has created a bigger reaction than anyone ever expected.
Just ahead in Sunrise, Saving You Money will show you how one man's idea has sparked literally a styrofoam rush.
Plus, a fight breaks out on Sesame Street, and now a man is facing charges for assaulting the Cookie Monster.
Oh, no.
That's all next on News 3, where news comes first.
I'm Nina Raditich. Your child's stroller is recalled. You call the hotline, and this is what you hear.
Hot girls love phone sex, too. Call now.
We dig deeper into the truth behind most recall hotlines tonight at 5.
Henderson Chevrolet is proud to bring you Nevada's only price center. By eliminating the need to haggle over price, our caring employees focus on you, the customer. Meet two of our employees who continually go the extra mile, Ray Smith and Rick Bowman.
You know, a lot of people feel they'd rather go to the dentist than buy a new car.
At Henderson Chevrolet, you never feel that way. We're painless and you'll love it.
Henderson Chevrolet is Nevada's only price center where the customer comes first.
You live in the desert, the perfect place to build an oasis, and the Valley's most trusted custom builder is only a phone call away. Designer Pools, specializing in complete backyard environments. Designer Pools is proud to install Hayward, America's #1 choice in pool water systems. With a business built on a strong referral base for over 11 years, Designer Pools offers exceptional craftsmanship and a keen eye to detail. Designer Pools turns your backyard into an oasis. Make the smart choice. Call Designer Pools today.
252 horsepower, 3.9-liter 32-valve V8, four-wheel independent suspension, and traction control. Next time you decide to embrace the road, make sure it embraces you back. The LS from Lincoln. See your Lincoln dealer now for 0% financing and no first month's payment.
Channel 3 is proud to introduce Palace Station Star Performer of the Month, Dave Horn.
Each month, Palace Station likes to recognize our star performer for their commitment to excellence in servicing our guests. This month, Palace Station would like to congratulate Dave Horn from our Valet Department for going beyond the best for our guests.
Since '94, I've been with Palace Station. I enjoy working here because of the locals and working with my great bosses, Jack and Michelle.
Dave, thanks from your team at Palace Station.
Channel 3 and the Palace Station congratulates Dave Horn, Star Performer of the Month.
Courtesy Olds is celebrating its 10-year anniversary by rolling back payments on every Mazda, Kia, Isuzu, and Oldsmobile in stock. Payments from 10 years ago on the greatest selection of used vehicles, too. $10 down delivers, so everybody drives. Payments from just $129 a month on new Kias. New Mazdas from $159 a month. $10 down delivers low monthly payments and huge discounts, like $10,000 on select models. Only during Courtesy Olds' 10-year anniversary sale, 5800 West Sahara, 1 block east of Jones.
Welcome back, everyone. It sounds unbelievable, but it really did happen. A man beat up Cookie Monster earlier this month at a Sesame Place theme park in Pennsylvania. Police say 22-year-old Lee McFadder assaulted the person in the Cookie Monster suit because the character simply wouldn't pose for a picture with his daughter. The actor playing the beloved monster apparently had to go on break when he was asked to take that picture. McFadder then knocked him over and started kicking him in front of hundreds of horrified children. Other parents say the real monster is the man who beat up the furry blue character.
I can't believe it. That a parent would do that when they know that children watch them on TV and how would, their children will react to that. That's, bad.
You're going to beat the Cookie Monster up because you can't get what you want. That, people can't get everything they want in life, and they have to understand that.
McFadder faces charges of assault, harassment, and disorderly conduct.
Beating up Cookie Monster. A few weeks ago, we featured a viewer tip from a man who uses styrofoam sheets to insulate his windows, which happens to be a lot cheaper than solar screens. That viewer had no idea it would catch on like wildfire. Jim Snyder has an update in Sunrise, saving you money.
The rush is on at Home Depot. They didn't used to sell much of this stuff at all, but after our story, the styrofoam is selling like hotcakes.
We're going through a ton of this stuff. This stuff's going out of here fast.
It took us 2 weeks to dial in how much to have on hand because we kept selling out of it. We had to keep doubling and doubling until we finally had enough on hand. Wow. We got a mountain of it behind the store now, just so we can keep this full at all times.
Just selling like crazy.
Yep, sells like crazy.
Here's that mountain he's talking about, stacks of styrofoam to keep up with the demand generated by our story. All because one of our viewers, Mac McCardle, had an idea and was ready to share it.
The first time I came here to buy this, they had maybe a fifth of this, a fourth of this. Now it's stacked to the ceiling.
Now when people spot Mac and recognize him, they say, hey, there goes the styrofoam man.
A lot of people are, putting my face with the product, which I don't make styrofoam. I just like using it at the house. So yeah, it's gone real well.
If you have an idea that could help us all save money, you'll find an easy way to email Jim by going to our website at kvbc.com and clicking on the Saving You Money button.
Good for him. Good advice. Good all of us.
I think we were talking about we're going to go to Home Depot.
I know we
Get some
were.
styrofoam and block out that light and save us some money.
Definitely. Everyone wants a perfect smile here in the Valley, and now it could be possible.
Las Vegas is home for cutting-edge dentistry. Just ahead in Sunrise, Health will take you on a tour of an advanced dentist institute, and we'll tell you what it could do for your smile.
Plus, what's the secret to lower your cholesterol? The answer may actually surprise you.
Plus, what would get all these people and pooches out so early in the morning? Well, how about cars, Lamars, and a whole lot more. And your forecast next here on News 3 at Sunrise, where news comes first. Right?
I'm Beth Fisher, using intuition instead of doctors to find out what ails you.
I'm just able to look into people's bodies and see what's going on.
See why some people are turning to alternative forms of treatment, and if they work, at 4.
Courtesy Olds is celebrating its 10-year anniversary by rolling back payments on every Mazda, Kia, Isuzu, and Oldsmobile in stock. Payments from 10 years ago on the greatest selection of used vehicles, too. $10 down delivers, so everybody drives. Payments from just $129 a month on new Kias. New Mazdas from $159 a month. $10 down delivers low monthly payments and huge discounts, like $10,000 on select models. Only during Courtesy Olds' 10-year anniversary sale, 5800 West Sahara, 1 block east of Jones.
Vacation Village, a longtime local's favorite in Las Vegas, is now new and improved. Upstairs, it's all you can eat for lunch or dinner at the Cattleman's Chuck Wagon. Enjoy our new Stockyard Dance Hall featuring the finest Western entertainment in town with plenty of space for dancing. Then stop by the Comanche Bar for cocktails. Try the Village Spirits and Gourmet Coffee House for fine coffees, breakfast items, and sandwiches. We've got the hottest slots in town in our newly expanded casino and the coolest entertainment around in Cuckoo's Lounge. There's no better place to party than the new and improved Vacation Village where Sunset meets the Strip.
There's extreme football, extreme wrestling. Turned him into a bloody mess. That ain't extreme. This is extreme. It's the Extreme Steel Tour with Manteris, Slayer. Plus strength and special guest Morbid Angel. Indoors and air conditioned. July 18th at Thomas & Mack Center. Tickets are on sale now. Get tickets at sfx.com. Produced by SFX Evening Star.
110%. That's what you always get at Las Vegas Athletic Clubs. But if you want a membership at their old 2000 prices, you've got to hurry. Get started now, and it's just a $5 enrollment at the Las Vegas Athletic Clubs. Hurry, these are the final days.
It's party time! The best place to party is the fabulous all-new Las Vegas Mini Grand Prix. New rides, new games, great food, and a new giant party area. Call 259-7000 now to book your party at the Las Vegas Mini Grand Prix.
Forget it. I'll never meet anyone on this thing.
The ES300 Lexus Value Package.
New message.
6-disc CD auto changer. Power moonroof. Leather-trimmed interior. The Lexus Value Package. Save $2,000.
Mailbox full.
Fall in love at Fletcher Jones Lexus.
Sponsored by Wex Wheels, specializing in exotic and highline automobiles on South Decatur between DI and Spring Mountain.
Everyone loves it.
You sometimes avoid smiling to hide that your less than perfect teeth. We recently found out Las Vegas is home to the only postgraduate teaching facility for dentists in the world. Healthline 3's Beth Fisher took a tour.
The Las Vegas Institute for Advanced Dental Studies is a place that keeps dentists up on all the latest breakthroughs to keep your smile looking its best. Walk through these doors and you'll find the latest in cutting-edge dentistry.
And they've come here to learn how to change people's smiles.
Dr. Buddy Wheeler came from Sugar Land, Texas with his patient, Margaret Dierzanowski.
The space will be closed up between my teeth and that they will be a lot whiter and my physical appearance will be much better.
For Peggy Omuth, the problem is rotated and uneven teeth.
And when the patient's finished today, she will look just like this.
Each dentist is partnered with an instructor who watches over them.
Put a finishing line on the mesial. I love being able to see the doctors come in here with maybe a little bit of basic knowledge, but then also all of a sudden expand their minds.
It's sort of like learning to swim by listening to a lecture. You need to be able to actually do it, experience it, feel
and they can't do that without working on live patients.
It takes just 2 appointments instead of 2 years to transform these teeth. The final appointment brought Peggy to tears.
I think it's more self-confidence building, and it makes me feel better. I don't feel like I gotta hide my teeth like I used to.
It's a miracle to me. It surely is. I didn't imagine that they would ever look this good.
If she thinks it changed her life, I got news for her. It changed mine too, to be able to see this done and that I could do it.
Doctors each bring their patients from their hometown here to Las Vegas so that when they return, they can provide the follow-up care. Programs run from 2 to 6 days and cost $1,000 a day. Back to you.
Thank you, Beth. If you would like to get a hold of Las Vegas Institute for Advanced Dental Studies, you can reach them at the number on your screen at 341-7978. If you want to give your heart health a boost, eat some walnuts. A new study shows walnuts can lower your bad cholesterol and total cholesterol without affecting the good cholesterol. That's because walnuts are rich in polyunsaturated fatty acids. And here's an extra bonus. None of the people used in the study gained any weight when walnuts were added to their diets. Good thing.
Yeah, but you don't need too many walnuts. They're high in fat.
Yeah, but they're good.
They are good. You know what else is good? Donuts.
Oh yes, Lamar's Donuts, and that is where John Fredericks is at for Weather on Wheels and Lamar's Donuts.
Just a little bit of everything, Chera, and a automobile that our viewers can actually bid on and purchase with all the benefits going to the Lily Claire Foundation. I'll show you that car in a moment. Let's show you some other automobiles. They've been coming in. Actually, we're going to show you the complete forecast, the answer to the fact, and then we'll show you some of these beautiful classic cars out here at Lamar's. Right now, conditions out at McCarran. Boy, it's just been warm. When I got into work this morning, it was 90 degrees, and it's only come down to 86, 27% humidity. Winds are just light out of the south. Barometer now rising 2997. It's going to be a hot one, no doubt about it, but our average high is 103, so we're just going to bump it up a couple. There's your forecast, a high of 105 degrees. A bit on the breezy side later on this afternoon, 10 to 25 miles per hour, and we are still seeing some cloud cover kind of streaming in through, from the south. 103 yesterday, that is now the average. Air quality is moderate. Sun sets this evening at 8:01. Across the rest of the nation, well, as long as you're west of the Mississippi, you won't have any travel problems today, but anywhere really from eastern Texas, in fact, even around the Four Corners, we could see some afternoon thunderstorms fire up. But down in the Gulf states and the Northeast, going to get hammered with heavy rain throughout much of the day and the afternoon. Temperature readings a little bit cooler to the north, a little bit warmer down in the south, already 87 in Phoenix. Here's your 5-day forecast, just shy of the fact. 105 today, 103 tomorrow. On Sunday, we'll top out at 100 degrees and maybe back down to double digits on Monday and Tuesday. It's possible we could just be in the upper 90s on Sunday. And just a note, folks, if you're heading up to the mountains today, slight chance of an afternoon thunderstorm. Got to send congratulations out to our winner of the fact. A blank can survive for up to 2 weeks underwater. How about a ant? Steve Catapano had the correct answer to that. He's going to go with the guest to dinner for two over at Tony Roma's. Their brand new location, Sahara in Decatur. He's got $179 worth of gift certificates for VIP car washes at Fabulous Freddy's and also a spa treatment of his or her choice at the Canyon Ranch Spa Club. Let's come on back here live. This particular automobile was actually won simply by filling out a Nabisco prize form, and it's a special commemorative Dale Earnhardt Jr. Chevy Monte Carlo, and David won this a few months ago. We've got some other automobiles, and I want to swing around here quickly. Larry drove this one. Let's come over to this one real quick. This 48 Buick Roadmaster. It's got a Cadillac North Star engine in it. He drove it out here from Toledo, Ohio for the IBT convention starting next week. And finally, we end up back at this beautiful 55 Chevy Bel Air, part of the Danny Gans collection. And this thing is went on eBay for auction, $20,000 minimum bid, estimated value $50,000. You can go on our website, kvbc.com. It takes you to a direct link to the eBay, and you can bid on it all the way through next week, folks. If you're the successful bidder, all the proceeds of this automobile go to the Lily Claire Foundation. One of the things it does is it helps to correct and prevent and cure neurological disorders. We'll have more on this and a lot more from Lamar's all coming up. Ben, Chera?
Very cool. Ooh, okay,
John, thank you. Well, police look for the parents of an abandoned toddler.
That story is coming up. Plus, an Ohio man takes a approach to finding a wife.
And the Flight for Life helicopter services is facing some criticism. We'll tell you why some people are upset with the dispatch policy. That's coming up on News 3 at sunrise, where news comes first.
Want better gas mileage? Then come to Courtesy in Henderson for the best deal on the greatest selection of fuel-efficient vehicles around. Like a new Kia Sophia or Rio rated at 31 miles per gallon on the highway. Get 27 in a 4-cylinder Mitsubishi Eclipse or 35 in the new Mirage, as well as the Suzuki Esteem. 34 miles per gallon in a Daewoo Lanos and 30 in a Nubira wagon. Courtesy in Henderson. Greater savings, selection, and gas mileage. Only at US 95 and Sunset and 215 at Gibson Road at the Valley Auto Mall.
Memo to self. I want my home office to be organized. I want to be comfortable and in control. I want to see the light. I want to divide and conquer. I want to wheel and deal. And I want to give myself a bonus. Sincerely, Mr. Home Business Tycoon, Mr. Entrepreneur of the Year, the boss, Bob. Come in, get organized, save big during the final days of Organized Living's legendary furniture sale.
At Tobin Infinity, less is more. Our pre-owned vehicles start at just $69.95, yet each one comes with our White Glove Premium Package, including desert protection, 24-hour roadside assistance, 90-day extended warranty, 3-day return for exchange policy, and special financing, a $995 value. So while they cost much less, they really are much more. Experience more for less. The pre-owned inventory at Tobin Infinity, where your possibilities are endless.
Sofa Connection has the easiest way to fix up your home without picking up a hammer. It's our home improvement sale. Spruce up for summer with bargains like these sleepers in stock. Your choice, twin, full, or queen. Only $5.99. Plus, pay no interest for 1 full year. Come in to register during this event for great prizes for the home, including a Sofa Connection shopping spree. The home improvement sale, it's only at Sofa Connection. We'll do the improving, you do the saving.
This is the week to buy, the week to get what you need at the Tobin Jeep Superstore. Free yourself from high down payments now. Free yourself from high monthly payments now. Free yourself from high interest rates now. It's Freedom Week at the Tobin Jeep Superstore. 2001 Jeep Wrangler, only $199 a month. Get 0.9% financing for 5 full years. Get $3,000 guaranteed for your trade. It's a savings opportunity that may not come again. Freedom Week, only for a limited time. Only at the Tobin Jeep Superstore on West Sahara between Decatur and Jones.
Looking for love? Well, take a look what this guy is doing. Jeb Brothers is trying to find a missus, so he posted a billboard near Columbus, Ohio, the one you just saw. Jeb says he's had a hard time finding a wife, so he thought he would spend some time and money on advertising. There's Jeb right there. The billboard seems been up for about 2 weeks, and Jeb says he's gotten about 15 emails. Good luck, Jeb.
Creative way to find a date or a girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Good for him.
An 8-year-old boy lost his life earlier this week after being struck by a car.
Now the parents are turning the tragedy onto the hope for other children.
Those stories are up next on News 3 Sunrise. Stay with us.
Hold on. We've got more prizes. For the student who sells the most candy, a weekend pass to Coastal Kingdom to get out there and sell that candy.
The new Passat. It only looks like $1 million. Our free checking comes with so many other benefits, we leave other banks in the dust. Wells Fargo, the next stage.
Gordon's Boulder Highway Used Car and Truck Center is at it again, dropping prices to the bare minimum with a massive work car sales event. Chevys, Fords, Toyotas, Hondas, and more, all priced to go. $19.95, $29.95, $39.95, $59.95. Gordon's Boulder Highway has trucks and sport utilities in every price range. Don't wait. Get to Gordon's Boulder Highway Used Car and Truck Center today, just off the 95. Gordon.
He's very affectionate. He will give people hugs. And if you ask for a hug, you can ask him in Spanish or English, and he will respond to either one.
Folks at Child Haven are trying to reunite a young boy with his parents. This morning, they've got some good leads to work with.
This is News 3 at Sunrise with Sue Manteris and Scott Haws.
And a good morning to you. It's Friday, June 22nd, TGIF. I am Ben Correa.
And I'm Chera, Kimiko. Sue and Scott are both off this morning. A 3-year-old boy remains at Child Haven this morning as the search for his parents continues.
He was abandoned by his mother nearly 3 weeks ago. Several people have called our newsroom since we aired this story yesterday. Folks at Child Haven are calling him toddler Juan. He's in protective custody there while caseworkers try to figure out who his parents are. He's in good health but has hardly spoken a word. Authorities may get some answers from a woman who saw the boy's picture on TV and says she is his godmother.
What's going to happen to James? I don't know what my hands are, I don't know what I can do. I know I'm a godmother. I don't have any legal ties to him. But it's just like I want to see him. I want to let him know everything's okay. We're going to find his mommy.
She says the boy's real name is James and that his mother is a former Las Vegas stripper who goes by the name Summer.
A local family is preparing funeral arrangements for an 8-year-old boy who was killed while crossing the street earlier this week. Now the boy's family is helping to keep other children alive. Lee Morin was taken off life support on Wednesday, a day after he was hit by a truck at Twain and Cambridge. The boy's mom, who was with him at the time, insists they had a green light when they were crossing the street, but witnesses at the scene disagree. Lee's parents decided to donate their son's organs, and they say that brings them a little bit of comfort.
Last night, a 12-year-old boy, and we saved his life. My son saved his life with his liver. So at least Lee did something really good in his life.
Right now, police do not plan to charge the driver because it appears he did indeed have the right-of-way.
Sure, it may be hard to believe, but every year about 5,000 pedestrians die in the U.S. when they are hit by cars. In Las Vegas was the unfavorable distinction of being the worst in the country for auto pedestrian accidents. Last year, a study found that Las Vegas was the most deadly city in the nation in terms of pedestrian accidents. As of June 15th, there were 242 auto pedestrian accidents in Las Vegas. 12 of those were deadly accidents. Police say in many cases the pedestrian is at fault.
Parents everywhere are wondering how a mother in Houston could have killed her 5 children. Now we are hearing from her husband. Andrea Yates has reportedly confessed to police how she drowned her 5 children one by one in a bathtub on Wednesday. Then Yates called police and admitted the crime. Police say Yates had been suffering from postpartum depression for the past 2 years. Her husband is obviously struggling to come to grips with the incident.
I'm supportive of her. It's hard, like I said, because, I'm torn. One side of me, blames her because she did it, but the other side of me says, well, she didn't because that wasn't her,
Russell Yates says he hopes to visit his wife soon. Andrea Yates could face the death penalty if she's convicted of capital murder. More tragic news out of Colorado. A family of 4 has been found dead in a suburb of Denver. Police think they are victims of a murder-suicide. It happened Wednesday at this condominium complex in Aurora, Colorado. Investigators think Aurora police officer George Petrillo shot his wife and their 2 children, ages 6 and 4, before killing himself. Neighbors say the family had been living in the complex for 3 or 4 years and always appeared to be quite happy.
Take a look at the fire video right behind me. This morning, investigators think they know what sparked the wildfire burning totally out of control near Reno. They think a campfire at a marijuana farm sparked the blaze. The fire has been burning for 5 days, burning 15,000 acres. It's about 40% contained right now. So far, firefighters have been able to keep the fire from reaching any heavily populated areas. Look at that smoke. That's good news, though.
It is Friday.
Yay.
Yes, exactly.
TGIF.
Right, exactly. And also time to check in with Mr. Tom Holland to see how your traffic's shaping up.
Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Ben. Chera, not too bad on the roads. There are a couple of accidents, though. One over at the intersection of Charleston and 30th. That's going to be about halfway in between Pecos and Eastern Avenue. Also an accident at the intersection of Tropicana and Koval. Let's give you a big picture view to start things out with our view from the the Rio camera, rather, looking up here at I-15 and the overpass. This is the stretch in between Chera and Charleston. Not too bad at the bottleneck, actually, right now, despite the reduction of 4 lanes to 3. Another view coming your way from the Fitzgerald's camera upstream, and no delay in the Spaghetti Bowl whatsoever. Gotta love that. So if you avoid a couple of surface street fender benders, you're in good shape. Even in better shape if you get dinner for two at Batista's Hole in the Wall restaurant by being the first one with the correct answer to the Friday morning mystery spot. And I'm going to need the names of the 2 streets. If you know the general area, that's good, but you got to know the names of the 2 streets that intersect to win. Even if that means taking a second to go look at your map, do what needs to be done, and then call in at 657-3425, 657-3425. Our camera operator, Mike Clabo, waving his hands in the air. He thinks he knows. Do you? We'll give you the answer to that coming up in just a few minutes, and more traffic information. But right now, let's talk weather. Let's talk classic cars. Let's talk the whole shebang, and that means John Fredericks. John out in the field. What's going on this morning, Johnny?
It's a party, Tom, and it's hard to believe we're already partying at 5 minutes after 6 o'clock on this beautiful Friday morning, and they're hanging out with the cars, Lamars. It's all about cars and Lamars this morning. Rick just brought that Chevy coupe. It's a 35 Chevy coupe there. Drop down if you can. Drop the, there you go. Let's see, we're going to back up just a little bit, and there you can see the hood of this beautiful Chevy coupe with the 350 engine in it. And also, Steve brought a 63 Pontiac Tempest Le Mans. You just saw that. There it is right there. And right behind that, right in front of me, is Bill's 58 Ford Fairlane with that big giant hydraulic top on it that goes up and down. All original. We're going to show you that 55 Bel Air that's went up for auction on eBay this morning from the Danny Gans collection that's going to all the proceeds of the Lily Clark Foundation. But let's talk about your forecast. It's warm. Sure it is. It's going to get warmer today, but then again, summer officially started yesterday. 86 degrees, 27% humidity, wind south at 6, barometer rising to 9.97. Here's your high temperature for today. Sure, 105 degrees, but that's pretty typical. And some typical afternoon, fairly brisk southwest breezes, 10 to 25 miles per hour. Now, don't forget this hour, we got the big 3 on tap for the Fredericks Fact, including that getaway to the Casablanca, the Harley-Davidson gift certificate from Las Vegas Harley-Davidson, and a month's worth of donuts right here at Lamar's. You don't have to wait a month to get your donuts here at Lamar's. You don't have to wait a month to see this beautiful Danny Gans 55 Chevy Bel Air that went on eBay for auction this morning at just after midnight. Minimum bid only 20 grand. Come on by and check it out, even if you can't bid on it. And all the money going for a wonderful cause. And stop by here at Lamar's on Sahara, just east of Fort Apache. Grab yourself a donut and say hi to all of our wonderful friends out here. All our News 3 viewers just hanging out on a Friday morning with Weather on Wheels. Chera, Ben?
And it looks like it's getting quite busy out there as well, John.
And the party will continue.
Absolutely. It's just going to get bigger.
Thanks, John Fredericks. Fans of the most memorable TV characters are now mourning the death of acting legend Carroll O'Connor. He's best known for playing Archie Bunker on All in the Family. He died yesterday after suffering a massive heart attack. O'Connor appeared in several Broadway plays, films, as well as television series. Friends say O'Connor touched many lives.
Aside from the fact that Carroll O'Connor clearly created, I believe, the most indelible character in the history of American television, he was a very important man for me because he taught me not only about acting, but about how you construct a play, how you create a character.
And he will be missed. O'Connor won 4 Emmys and a Peabody Award for his role in All in the Family. He was 76 years old.
The music world has also lost a legend. Veterans blues singer Johnny Lee Hooker died yesterday. He died of natural causes as he slept in his home in Los Altos, California. He was 83. Hooker estimated he recorded more than 100 albums in nearly 7 decades. He took home a Grammy for a version of In the Mood and was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1991 and received a Lifetime Achievement Award at last year's Grammy.
Some folks are probably questioning security around the White House this morning. A bizarre incident yesterday leaves one man in jail. Find out what happened.
Also, Bill Gates has lost some of his fortune in last year. Find out if he can hold on to the title of richest man in the world. Something you got to hear. That's next on News 3, where news comes first.
I'm Beth Fisher, using intuition instead of doctors to find out what ails you.
I'm just able to look into people's bodies and see what's going on.
See why some people are turning to alternative forms of treatment, and if they work, at 4.
Desert
believes in freedom of choice, whether it's cremation with or without a memorial service or a simple but dignified funeral, followed by cremation or burial. Call us today.
This is amazing. This proves that ancient man did have a form of communication.
This one shows a hunting expedition.
And look at this one. It shows a volcano erupting.
What does that one say, George?
I can just make it out. It says, hand for hand, nobody has more payouts than Arizona Charlie's.
Does anybody have any quarters?
Hand for hand, nobody has more payouts than Arizona Charlie's.
How much of every day is spent in your car? Probably more than you realize. That's why the all-new Hyundai Elantra is filled with an abundance of luxurious standard features. With such pleasant surroundings, Elantra takes you away from it all, even before you turn on the key. It's backed by the Hyundai Advantage, America's best warranty. And if that isn't enough, the Elantra was voted Best Buy by Consumer Digest. Come see and drive the Elantra at Valley Hyundai on Boulder Highway in Henderson.
What you're searching for is there, provided you know where to look. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Comfortably affordable, stylish home furnishings. 2 great chairs.
I like it.
One low price. Only at Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries.
Now's the time to save on a new Kia during Courtesy's gigantic triple down event. Put $12.50 down on a new Sophia, get $12.50 in Kia rebates, and another $12.50 from Courtesy. Own it for just $72.95 or lease from just $129 a month. Triple your down payment on every new Kia in stock. $1,500 down on a new Sportage gets you $4,500 off the price. Own it for just $11,245. A new luxurious Optima from just $13,674. Kia is the car, and Courtesy is the place during the gigantic triple down event at Courtesy in Henderson and Las Vegas.
You're watching Southern Nevada's #1 choice for news. This is News 3 at Sunrise.
Welcome back, everyone. A man who took over a construction crane in Atlanta hanged himself early this morning. Police say 23-year-old Michael Kelly jumped from the crane early this morning with a noose around his neck. Kelly climbed up the crane yesterday morning and held police at bay for several hours. He reportedly said he was an FBI agent, but the Bureau says he was not.
A bizarre incident outside the White House as security guards being extra cautious this morning. Yesterday, a man approached the White House security gates on Pennsylvania Avenue with a confession. He told uniformed agents that he stashed a bag with guns in it nearby. He led the agents to the bag, and sure enough, they found 2 guns. The man was arrested, and the matter is now being handled by the D.C. Metro Police. The president wasn't in the White House when the incident happened. He was in Alabama to promote his new conservation fund, I should say. The president toured Oak Mountain State Park in Birmingham area. It's a 10,000-acre refuge of woods, lakes, and bike trails. Mr. Bush used the park as a backdrop to push a proposal to increase funding for federal conservation programs. The president called on Congress to pass his plan to $3 billion a year over 15 years into a land and water conservation fund. The fund would help restore coastlines, purchase land, and protect wildlife.
So what would it be like to be the richest person in the world? Just ask Bill Gates, he'd know. According to Forbes magazine, the Microsoft co-founder retains the title with a net worth of $58.7 billion, not million, billion dollars. And by the way, that is down from last year's $60 billion net worth. Coming in second place, investing guru Warren Buffett, and third, Microsoft's other co-founder, Paul Allen. The rankings appear in the July 9th issue of Forbes, which reaches newsstands tomorrow.
Numbers I dream about.
They're unfathomable. $58.7 billion. Well, you know, Tom Holly, you're used to that, right?
Well, I'm wondering about some of the people from Arkansas who I used to live with, and that would be the Waltons, the Walton family of Walmart fame. Weren't they up at the top a year or so ago?
I think so.
I think they've fallen out of the top
family,
3.
Right?
Yes, of course. Well. Waltons, we used to patronize it here, and then Walmart followed me out to Las Vegas, and I went back and forth between the two. But the Waltons not on the list. Let's see what's making the list traffic-wise, and a couple of fender benders are out there. One of them being over at the intersection of Charleston and 30th, which is about halfway between Eastern and Mojave. Watch out for that one. Also an accident over at the intersection of Koval and Tropicana. Taking you outside right now for a view from the Mandalay Bay camera, and this is looking down Make that the Fitzgerald's camera. Excuse me to pieces. This is looking at US 95 and the Valley View overpass. Very light traffic on the expressway. Some people turning this one into a 3-day weekend. Don't know where everyone is. Next view from the Mandalay Bay camera. And this is looking down at the Beltway interchange with the Airport Connector and Warm Springs Road. Nothing to worry about there. So generally good news on the roadways, save for a couple of minor fender benders. Took a few guesses that were wrong before we got the right answer to the Friday morning mystery spot. But one driver, a truck driver actually, someone who works with a trucking company rather, noticed that the way these roads come together, it is Eastern and 25th Street, and that is just a little bit to the north of Charleston there, just off of where the former Showboat Hotel is, now known as, what's it known as now, the Showboat? Castaways, there we go. Castaways. Anyhow, Eastern and 25th Street, so congratulations to Kyle Henneque. He is going to Batista's Hole in the Wall restaurant dinner for 2, and thank you to everyone who called in. That is your traffic on the 3s and a little bit more. Right now, let's send it back to Ben and Chera.
Tom, thank you. With California feeling the pinch of an energy crisis, everyone is asking to turn down the lights.
Yeah, that even goes for The Tonight Show. We'll show you an interesting stunt on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno next on News 3, where news comes first.
Kind of used to cruising around in the dark here, but we'll let everybody else see him.
I'm Nina Raditich. Your child's stroller is recalled. You call the hotline, and this is what you hear.
Hot girls love phone sex, too. Call now.
We dig deeper into the truth behind most recall hotlines tonight at 5.
At Joe's Crab Shack, we're going wild over the great taste of our snow crab feast, and you'll go wild too. Get them any way you like them, barbecue, garlic, or steamed for only $9.99. That's right, it's Joe's $9.99 snow crab feast. Your complete dinner includes a pound of hot and tasty snow crab with sides, all for just $9.99, or add a half pound to any adult entree for only $4.99. So what are you waiting for? Get cracking with Joe's snow crab feast, only at Joe's Crab Shack.
Need a good reason to come to Courtesy Pontiac? How about we're the top-rated Pontiac, Suzuki, and Daewoo dealer in the whole Western region? We're also located at Rainbow and Sahara with more than 1,000 new and used vehicles to choose from. Plus, with our incredible volume, you'll always save more money. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff show you how with financing from 0.9% and huge savings in manufacturer rebates and discounts, too. No wonder so many people have chosen Courtesy Pontiac #1. Need any more reasons? Courtesy Pontiac #1 for a reason. Only at the corner of Rainbow and Sahara.
Rio, live entertainment at its best.
After midnight.
Show in the Sky. Free. Voted best live show attraction in the world. Shintas. The hottest show in town. Shintas and Show in the Sky, live at the Rio.
Dodge Dakota Quad Cab comes with a nice big bed and big back doors that lead to a great big cab. For putting things you don't want outside, inside, and vice versa. Inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, oops, that's better, outside. Dodge Dakota Quad Cab. Big room, big doors, a big difference. Now get a $2,000 cash allowance or low 0.9 financing on Dodge Dakota.
The Sunbelt Classic Car Collection is expanding. If you have or know someone who has a classic vehicle they'd like to sell, or if you're just interested in classic cars, call our hotline at the number on the screen, or write to us at 1500 Formaster Lane.
Sponsored by Wex Wheels, specializing in exotic and high-line automobiles on South Decatur between DI and Spring Mountain.
Everyone loves it.
Go, Nina.
Talk about being in the dark with the West Coast experiencing a power crunch. Everyone is being asked to cut back on the use of power, even Jay Leno. Joining in the new frugal spirit of the times, The Tonight Show did its part by taping last night's episode without studio lights, amplifiers, television monitors, or other power sources. Tonight, Jay will turn back on the lights and welcome actor Vin Diesel. Well, the Las Vegas means the Meadows, a name that doesn't exactly fit our city's image.
Some folks in California want to change the name of their city to a name that will make it top dog.
Pooches.
Yeah, we'll explain that one.
And this beautiful 55 Chevy Bel Air can be all yours. It's not cheap, but it's for a good cause. The Fredericks Facts cheap. It's free. We got prizes for you to give away along with your complete forecast. Out here, it's Weather on Wheels at Lamar's with News 3 at sunrise, where news comes first.
Forget the forest. You can't even see the tree. The answer's in sight. Welsh Vision Institute, 733-2020.
You know, the older I get, the earlier I eat.
Why are you talking about getting older? Look at all of these young people.
That's what I love about Denny's Summer Grand Slam deal. It's $2.99 whenever I eat. Dinner at 6, $5, $2.99. Lunch, breakfast, 7 days a week, even weekends, $2.99. Next year I'll be eating dinner at 4.
Works for me.
Why?
Because I'll still be coming here at 6.
The delicious Grand Slam, now $2.99. Only at Denny's.
Want better gas mileage? Then come to Courtesy in Henderson for the best deal on the greatest selection of fuel-efficient vehicles around. Like a new Kia Sophia or Rio rated at 31 miles per gallon on the highway. Get 27 in a 4-cylinder Mitsubishi Eclipse or 35 in the new Mirage, as well as the Suzuki Esteem. 34 miles per gallon in a Daewoo Lanos and 30 in a Nubira wagon. Courtesy in Henderson. Greater savings, selection, and gas mileage. Only at US 95 and Sunset and 215 at Gibson Road at the Valley Auto Mall.
Catch the show of the year, La Cage, tonight at the Riviera Hotel, where Cher, Tina Turner, and Reba McEntire are recreated by superstar female impersonators. Starring Las Vegas Entertainer of the Year, Frank Marino as Joan Rivers. The ever-changing La Cage, now in its 15th award-winning year, is a show you can come back to see over and over again. So don't miss your chance to see Liza, Bette, Madonna, Diana, and many others.
At La Cage, you won't believe your eyes. Us gals are really guys.
All my Toyotas.
I want to buy a truck.
But Luke, I sold you a truck yesterday. Remember the great deal I gave you?
You won't forget this lease on the Tundra 4x2. Only $269 a month for 36 months with $28.98 due at signing. Or lease a 4Runner SR5 4x2 for $299 a month for 36 months and only $32.98 due at signing.
Anything?
No, nothing.
See your Toyota dealer now for truly dramatic savings.
I work for Lamar's Donuts, and we take pride in our work because we don't just bake donuts and make coffee. We create good mornings.
Lamar's Donuts, simply a better donut.
Incidentally, we were talking about the top money makers in the world, and just got the word from our cracked producer, Scott, that the Waltons are 7th through 10th on the top list. So they're not in the top 3, but they are not hurting for their house payment this month. Let's take you outside for a little look from the Las Vegas area computer traffic system. This is looking towards the west from the intersection of Charleston and Fremont Street, eastern there, just about midway up your screen. Light traffic, police still working on an accident at the intersection of Tropicana and Koval. Next view coming to us from the Rio camera. And this is looking down at I-15 in Flamingo. Nothing to worry about there. It's not even that bad at the bottleneck on southbound I-15 in Sahara. So we are looking at some great views this morning. It's not all splendid scenery from Sky 3 each afternoon, flying around on the east side of the valley yesterday. Actually, this is the wrong video, so we'll talk about this instead. This is a brand new traffic signal which is in place over at the intersection of 28th Street and Bonanza. This just went into operation. If you're passing through there just to the east of Eastern, you will find a new signal awaiting you this morning, so do watch out for that. Be prepared to come to a possible stop, and that is just to the east of the intersection with McKnight. So the signal in a way serves both of those streets, 30th on the south side of the street, McKnight on the north side of the street, and again, that's on Bonanza just to the east of Eastern. Use caution for that. And you'll want to look at all the laws, but then head over to where John Fredericks is, because you'll want to be a part of what's happening with Weather on the Wheels this morning, and grab yourself a donut and whatever else. John Fredericks, what's going on?
We're just tumbling the dice and rumbling the cars, Tom. We're out here live at Lamar's. It's our Weather on Wheels. I like to call it an engine block party. Folks have been showing up since 5 a.m. this morning to check out and bring in their beautiful classic cars, including that 35 Chevy Coupe that Rick brought in. Mary Ann brought her 74. We've seen it before, the old Maverick. Who would have thought it'd ever be a classic, but now it is, along with Steve's 63 Pontiac Tempest Le Mans. We'll go down the line in a moment, but I want to get you through the forecast. So let's take a look at our right now conditions outside. It's been warm. We've had some cloud cover, so it's kept us kind of insulated. That's actually our morning low. You can see it there on your screen at 84 degrees. That is still well above the average for this time of year. Temperature readings this afternoon are going to be slightly above average this afternoon. Let's go ahead and take a look at your forecast for today for your TG. F out and about. Expect a high today of 105 degrees. Hopefully we're going to get that on your screen here in just any moment now. There it is. Winds are going to be somewhat brisk out of the southwest later on. We could have an occasional gust maybe to 25 miles per hour, and some of these beautiful clouds coming up from the south. We're getting close to monsoon season, so we're starting to see these monsoonal type clouds coming up from south to north. 103 was our high yesterday. Moderate readings of air quality. It's not perfect, folks. We do need some breezes or something to blast this junk out of the valley. Sunsets on TGIF at 8:01. If you're going to be traveling east of the Mississippi, take along some galoshes and an umbrella. You're going to need them. Strong to severe weather all the way down from the northeast to the southeast, even back as far west as Texas. West of the Mississippi, dry and hot. Another hot one for Helena, 92 degrees, 97 today in Salt Lake City. Even Reno getting in the act at 95. Let's show you your 5-day forecast, and I do want to give you a chance to win with the Fredericks Fact. There's your high for today, 105 degrees, 103 tomorrow. So we are going to cool off a little bit over the weekend, and the clouds are going to kind of hang around on and off. Temperature readings are going to stay right at or slightly below average for the next few days. This hour's edition of the Fredericks Fact brought to you by what I like to refer to as the Big Three, including the Casablanca, Lamar's Donuts, and Las Vegas Harley-Davidson. We've done it before. I want to do it again. A lot of folks have this around the garage. Did you ever wonder what the WD and WD-40 stands for? Misconception about it. I need for you to be precise. What does the WD stand for? Call us 657-3425 if you have the first correct answer. You've got yourself a 3-day, 2-night stay for next weekend at the beautiful Casablanca in Mesquite. We always throw in a month's worth of Lamar's Donuts, and of course, we toss in the boot that $100 gift certificate from the world's largest Harley-Davidson dealership, Las Vegas Harley-Davidson. We continue. That's not me, but I certainly like the car. I was around with this automobile at Ford Fairlane, came online and back in 1958. And we've got this beautiful 2000 Dale Earnhardt Jr. car that David won by filling out a contest form. Looked like that. 1 in 43 million forms were filled out, and this fine gentleman right here with the beautiful yellow shirt, he won this thing just a couple months ago right here in Las Vegas. He just filled out a little form and won a brand new car. That's it. It's as simple as that. Hey, speaking of a brand new car, well, it's not brand new, but it's brand new to eBay, this 55 Chevy Bel Air. This thing is part of the Danny Gans collection that, as you might recall, a woman won kind of by mistake a few months ago. So she donated it back because all the proceeds from this automobile are going to go to the Lily Claire Foundation. And this 55 Bel Air has been completely restored. We think its value is about $50,000. It went online on eBay this morning at $20,000 minimum bid. You can go on the KVBC.com website. We have a direct link to the eBay site. You can bid on this thing all the way through next week. We'll announce the winner next Friday. Once again, all the proceeds go to the Lily Claire Foundation. I just found out from Danny's manager that they broke ground at their new building over at UNLV just the other day. They raised $300,000 a couple months ago when they had the big fundraiser, the gala, when they brought this car out. The Lily Claire Foundation, of course, among other things, goes to help fight neurological disorders, a wonderful cause. So if you got the cash, you can get yourself your own classic. We'll get back together in just a little bit and give you the answer to the fact, and we've got, of course, some four-legged friends we have to say salute to this morning as well. Chera, Ben?
Hey, John, real quick question. That first car that you guys showed, what was that, the Chevy Coupe, the one with the dice in it, and it had
the 35, yeah, it looked a whole lot like Big John Milner's car back from American Graffiti, except his was
cool
yellow.
Car.
Isn't that neat? Yeah. There's a lot of neat ones out here today, I got to tell you. And you still got time to bring yours out, folks. We'd love to see you out here at Lamar's.
All right, thanks, John.
Child Haven is trying to find parents of 3-year-old boy found abandoned a few weeks ago.
Some News 3 viewers could help them determine the boy's identity. Find out how.
Also, some folks say our lives could be put in danger to help some companies make a profit.
Plus, he's adored by kids everywhere, but one parent didn't think so highly of the Cookie Monster. You won't believe what he did to the furry creature. All this and more in our next half hour of News 3 at Sunrise, where news comes first.
If you want $500 in gas, step on it. Get $500 in gas on Nissan's best summer rides. The Frontier Crew Cab or Xterra. Get $500 in gas. And for the first time with 3.9% for 60 months, get over $2,800 in total savings. It's time you had the best. The best I ever had. Hurry to your Las Vegas Henderson Nissan dealer now. Nissan. Driven.
From our headquarters in Atlanta, this is CNN.
And there's still some disagreement.
Southern Nevada News by Southern Nevadans. Local news in your hands every day. The Review Journal. Every day, you'll know more. Nowhere not to go. The Road Warrior. Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. The Review Journal. Every day, you'll know more.
Take a look at the 2001 Kia Sophia.
This long-distance thing, it's not gonna work out.
It's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
I made a mistake. Please come back.
Maybe we should just be friends.
And with a warranty like that,
Baby, I miss you.
chances are you'll break down before it will.
I think we should get married.
Get up to $1,250 cash back or 1.9% financing through July 2nd.
This new house-to-home store is so big it's like being outdoors. And yet somehow, I just knew my way around. Right away, I find the teak bench of my dreams. And then I'm drawn to this gorgeous juniper for the backyard. Incredible. And gym and barbecues, so tuned in. Suggested the exact blender I need when I have a party. Thinking the same thing.
Introducing House to Home. Everything for outside and inside your home in one huge store.
Would you like me to ring that up? This woman's amazing.
House to Home, the incredible home decorating superstore.
I'm waiting for my blind date. Please, just let him be different. Someone who's shy and sensitive. Someone who's into Mozart. Somebody who's not afraid to pick a flower. Who has inner beauty. I mean, forget the looks.
The luxurious Palmful GS. It's hot.
I gotta go.
See Fletcher Jones Lexus.
Oh, he's a sweetheart. He's he kind of by himself a lot. He's a very loving kid. Who loves cars. He likes Hot Wheels. I give him Hot Wheels, he'll pay hours by it. He likes movies. His best movie is Baby Geniuses.
A local woman says she knows who a 3-year-old boy is as folks at Child Haven continue to search for his parents.
This is News 3 at Sunrise with Sue Manteris and Scott Haws.
Good morning. It is Friday, June 22nd. I'm Chera, Kimiko.
And I'm Ben Correa in for Sue and Scott. They have the morning off. Folks at Child Haven this morning have some strong leads to work with in their search for a 3-year-old boy's parents.
He was abandoned by his mother nearly 3 weeks ago, and several people have called our newsroom after we aired his story yesterday. Child Haven workers have named him Toddler Juan. He's in protective custody at Child Haven while caseworkers try to figure out who his parents are. He's in good health, but has hardly spoken a word. Authorities may get some answers from a woman who saw the boy's picture on TV and says she is his godmother.
I don't know what's going to happen to James. I don't know what my hands are, I don't know what I can do. I know I'm a godmother. I don't have any legal ties to him. But it's just like, I want to see him. I want to let him know everything's okay. You know, we're going to find his mommy. Because we will find his.
She says the boy's real name is James, not Juan, and that his mother is a former Las Vegas stripper who goes by the name of Summer.
Child Haven is an organization that protects children from abusive situations at home and also from parents who no longer want them. This year, state lawmakers took a step to protect infants and unborn babies as well. It's called the Safe Haven Bill. Under the new law, participants can leave their babies at designated sites like medical centers or fire stations, no questions asked.
You can't be asked for any information, you can't be followed, and it's a presumption by the authorities that if you don't leave any information on how you can be contacted, that you are consenting to waiving your parental rights.
This bill does not give parents complete freedom to abandon their children. Only babies younger than 30 days old can be left at those designated sites.
Time now is 6:33. Also time to check in with Mr. Tom Hawley.
See how the morning commute is shaping up. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning. It's in excellent shape, and I am going to look ahead to some problems we expect in the overnight hours, though. We had them last night, have them again throughout the weekend, and that, of course, is the epicenter of traffic troubles in Las Vegas these days, Sahara and I-15. Of course, we have the restrictions on I-15 above Sahara. Tonight and for the next couple of days throughout the weekend, you'll also find restrictions on Sahara just to the east of I-15 on the bridge that goes over the top of Western Highland Industrial and the rail. railroad tracks. It's going to be down to a single lane at times. All of that begins at 9 this morning and might go as long as till 5 a.m. on Monday. So be prepared for weekend delays on Sahara. You can move instead for an alternate route. Use Charleston to get up onto the freeway. Let's give you Fitzgerald's camera view right now. Light traffic here, even at the bottleneck. Yeah, it slows down a little bit, but it's certainly not the complete grind to a halt we sometimes see in that area. Seems like lighter traffic than usual for a Friday morning. Taking it to the streets with our Naked City Cam, looking down on the Meadows Addition area from Las Vegas Boulevard and Okie. Very light traffic and lovely landscaping with the beautification project in place. Enjoy the ride. There's not too much to slow you down, just a couple of extra minutes on southbound 15 this morning. That is your traffic on the threes. From traffic on the threes to weather on wheels. Johnny out with a bunch of friends and some good-looking cars, and presumably Jordan as well this morning. Johnny?
Yeah, he's out and about. He's got some friends over there petting him over in front of Lamar's. He's begging for donuts, but he's on a diet. So, folks, please, you can drop on by, grab yourself a donut. But if you want to bring Jordan something, bring him a raw carrot. That's about the only thing he can afford. Folks hanging out with our Weather on Wheels segment for this Friday morning here at Lamar's, and it's all about the cars. One in particular we'll show you one more time before the end of the hour, but let's talk about your forecast. Right now, it is warm outside. Yeah, I'm hoping. There we go. Now we got another camera shot. Hey, a couple of puffy cumulus clouds, a little bit of that monsoon moisture trying to creep into the valley. There is a slight chance of an afternoon mountain thunderstorm. That's it, folks. But we'll just see some clouds hanging around, and it's going to be another warm one. Currently 84 degrees, 28% relative humidity. The winds are just light out of the west. Now, the winds are going to pick up somewhat like they do on these hot summer days, and I think it's going to be a little bit windier today than yesterday. We might get an occasional gust of 25. Sunshine filtered through clouds at times, and there you see it. 105, but that's only 2 above the average. I still don't know if we have a winner for the facts, so just keep those calls coming in until I get alerted down here at Lamar's. In the meantime, when we get back together, we'll have your complete 5-day forecast. We've got the hot donuts, we got the hot coffee, and the hot cars. Bring yours by. If you can't make it by this week, well, there's plenty of weeks left to do it. So in the meantime, we'll send it back to you in the studio, and we'll have the answer to the Frederick's fact coming up in about 20 minutes from right now.
All right,
Chera,
thank
Ben?
you, John.
If your home is on fire, the nearest fire station will respond. If someone's trying to break into your home, you dial 911 and the nearest law enforcement officer will respond. But as Kim Capozza reports, that common sense pattern is broken if you need to be airlifted to the hospital. And a lot of people are upset about that.
They take off, they touch down. They're designed to help save lives. But this former pilot says the air ambulance business has lost sight of all that.
Why are we sending the furthest helicopter?
He's protesting policy. Right now, the county has 2 companies responding to emergency scenes on a rotational basis. He says it's a ridiculous policy and that the closest helicopter should be sent to the rescue, no matter whose turn it is.
This dispatch policy was put together for 2 purposes. 1, to make it very lucrative for Mercy Air Ambulance, and 2, to put Flight for Life out of business.
County spokesman Doug Bradford says the current system isn't perfect and it's in the process of being changed. But he also says favoritism was never part of the problem.
There could be the perception that there was some favoritism going on versus one company over the other. But I think the rotational policy probably lent itself to that perception. Now with this new program that we're going to do, I think we're going to do away with that.
Kim Capozza, News 3.
Fire chiefs from around the valley have agreed to rework the dispatch policy for helicopter. It is now in the hands of county commissioners for final approval, but until then, the rotation system will stay in place.
For more than a year, Henderson police have worked to link Jose Vagoa to the shooting deaths of 2 armored car guards outside a Ross Dress for Less store last March. Today, he will be formally charged for the murders. Vagoa and his brother-in-law, Pedro Duarte, appeared in court earlier this week. Vagoa already faces charges in a string of robberies at local casinos. Duarte will also be charged today for his role in several of those robberies as well.
Well, Cookie Monster is licking his wounds this morning after he was attacked. You got to find out why.
But first, here's Katie Couric with a preview of what's coming up on the Today Show.
Good morning. Coming up this Friday morning on Today, remembering Carroll O'Connor, the man who brought Archie Bunker into the American culture, leaves a tremendous legacy. We'll take a look back at his brilliant career. Then the parents of the missing intern, Chandra Levy, are back in Washington, D.C. and looking for answers when it comes to their daughter's disappearance. They met with Congressman Gary Condit last night. We'll have the latest. And we'll get some insight from a retired FBI profiler about the case. Meanwhile, in Houston, a grieving husband and father spoke out about his wife and the 5 children she had. We'll show you what he had to say. And then we'll talk about the serious consequences of postpartum depression with Marie Osmond, who has had to cope with it herself. And from Wisconsin, an uplifting story of how one cop has made a positive impact on the kids in her community through reading. All that plus singer-songwriter Mary Chapin Carpenter live in the plaza when we get started in just a few minutes here on Today.
Walker Furniture, already the biggest, is knocking down walls and adding another 50,000 square feet. Nailed down the deal of a lifetime with no down interest or payments till October.
Here's to letting the wind comb your hair once in a while. A little bit of freedom goes a long way. Crystal Light. Now the 5 fruit flavors you love are in a bottle and just 5 calories. Available in your grocer's juice aisle.
Courtesy Olds is celebrating its 10-year anniversary by rolling back payments on every Mazda, Kia, Isuzu, and Oldsmobile in stock. Payments from 10 years ago on the greatest selection of used vehicles, too. $10 down delivers, so everybody drives. Payments from just $129 a month on new Kias. New Mazdas from $159 a month. $10 down delivers low monthly payments and huge discounts, like $10,000 on select models. Only during Courtesy Olds' 10-year anniversary sale, 5800 West Sahara, 1 block east of Jones.
New cars cost big bucks. If your car runs good, looks bad, get our Mako Supreme Plus deal. A great paint package at half price. Now only $249.
It's a limited time offer. For the center nearest you, call 1-888-MAKO-USA.
Evil high price, amateur. No chance finance. Don't make me laugh. Only I, Eva Spendalot, have what it takes to beat John Barr. Isn't that right, Johnny?
Oh, yeah, baby.
You won't stop me from placing unnecessary dealer add-ons on all the new cars at Findlay Toyota, will you, Johnny?
Anything for you, baby.
Will John Barr come to his senses? Tune in next time. Same bar time, same bar channel.
Sofa Connection has the easiest way to fix up your home without picking up a hammer. It's our home improvement sale. Spruce up for summer with bargains like this reclining sofa, only $7.99, or this 4-piece sectional with recliner and sleeper, only $15.99, plus pay no interest for 1 full year. Come in to register during this event for great prizes for the home, including a Sofa Connection shopping spree. The home improvement sale, it's only at Sofa Connection. We'll do the improving, you do the saving.
Don't get sucked in by misleading claims,
$5,000,
negotiating tactics,
never find a better deal than right now,
and false promises.
Nobody beats us women.
Experience a whole new world of car buying at Nevada's only price centers, where all inventory is already discounted and clearly marked. We give you out-the-door pricing without the negotiating hassles. See how fast and easy it really is to buy. See how fast and easy it really is to buy a vehicle. Don't get sucked in. Discover the difference at Nevada's only price centers. That's Fairway Chevrolet at 3100 East Sahara and Henderson Chevrolet in the Valley Auto Mall.
You're watching Southern Nevada's #1 choice for news. This is News 3 at Sunrise.
Here's a look how local stocks fared yesterday. Right now, the Dow is down just about 10 points. NASDAQ, little down about 8 points. The S&P down about just over 3 points. Gas prices are still pretty high, but if you take a drive to State Line and Prim this weekend, it could really pay off. The California lottery jackpot now stands about, get this, $125 million. It's the largest single state jackpot in U.S. history, but you better hurry if you want to get your tickets. The winning numbers will be picked tomorrow.
$125 million is a lot of money.
Worth taking a ride.
Yeah.
Maybe we know what we're doing after work.
Exactly.
Hop in the car.
Exactly. 6:43 is the time right now. Time to check on traffic with Tom and Holly.
Call me a cynic, but I cannot help but pointing out that if you make that drive to Prim, the great likelihood is that you're going to make a drive and waste a bunch of fuel and see some lovely desert scenery, but Not win bupkis, nothing.
But
you're
if you don't
you're not going to
play,
win anything.
you can't win.
If you don't play, you can't lose.
See who I give my money to if I win.
That is the glasses half empty view, I suppose, but you're probably not going to win. We've got a great flow of traffic out there for the most part. Actually, no accidents whatsoever reported right now. None. Let's take a look outside for what's happening. The view, this one coming to you from the Rio camera, or make that the Fitzgerald's camera. There we go. I-15 at the top of your screen, US 95 at the bottom of your screen. Very light traffic on the freeways, just the little bottleneck on southbound 15 as you get to Sahara. Let's show you that Rio camera view now. And this is kind of a distance view. I like this shot because it shows you two stretches of I-15 Sahara at the bottom of your screen, and then at the top of the screen you see the spaghetti bowl, so you can find out if you have that backup, and it really is not causing too much of a delay right now. And a reminder once more that over the weekend there will be delays along Sahara just to the east of I-15, down to a single lane at times as work goes in for a sewer line in that area. You'll want to use either Oki or perhaps Desert Inn instead to get over or under I-15. Use Charleston or Spring Mountain to get up on it. That is your traffic on the threes. And do we have weather now with John Fredericks? We sure do. John Fredericks out at Lamar's Donuts on East Sahara, and we're talking about cars. Johnny?
We're talking about, well, with that one special one and a lot of other very special ones. This one, well, if you don't bid, you can't win it, or you can't purchase it. This car went online this morning on eBay. This is the Danny Gans 1955 Bel Air. All the proceeds going to the Lily Claire Foundation. It's going to be on eBay up for auction through next week. We announce the winner on Channel 3 next Friday. Beautiful cars. Look at that 1948 Buick Roadmaster that Larry drove all the way in from Toledo, Ohio with that Cadillac North Star engine. Man, is that something else. I bet he got a lot of stairs coming across country in that thing. Of course, our friend Jim always brings cars. Today he brought in the 1966 high-performance Ford Mustang, and Don always brings in his 56 Chevy Bel Air, and we appreciate that as well. We're going to talk more about that 55 Bel Air, but let's talk about your forecast, and we'll get you all the way through the answer to the fact. Outside right now, it is warm, folks. It's just as simple as that. It's going to get a lot hotter. 84 degrees, 28% humidity. The winds are westerly at 5, and the humidity levels actually have come up about 10%. We're starting to feel a little bit more of that kind of monsoonal influence. Your forecast high for today, once again, there it is on your screen with a high of 105 degrees. That's only 2 degrees above average. Winds out of the southwest, 10 to 25 miles per hour. So a little bit breezier today and tomorrow afternoon. Yesterday, we topped out at 103 and pretty much average for the very first day of summer. Today is the second, well, this is the first full day of summer. As you can tell, I'm stretching here because I'm hoping desperately that we're going to segue into the almanac page, where yesterday we did top out at 103 degrees. Keep on a clicking there, boys. Maybe we'll get it going one of these days. There we go. Air quality, moderate. Could be better. Breezes would help. Sun sets this evening at 8:01. Across the rest of the nation, anywhere east of the Mississippi is going to be a real tough go travel-wise. Call your airline ahead to make sure there's no travel delays all the way down from the Gulf Coast. Mississippi and Ohio Valley in the northeast going to get hammered with some heavy rain. Going to be a warm one, though, across much of the country, including as far north as Boise at 94 and Salt Lake City at 97 degrees. Your 5-day forecast, and then we're going to salute some pets, and we're going to give you the answer to the fact. 105 today, 103 tomorrow, 100 on Sunday. So it is going to cool off a little bit, but it's still going to feel a little bit more humid over the next couple of afternoons, folks. And before we get to the answer to the fact, want to send out some very special happy birthdays this morning. We got brand new members of the Party Animals. Our first one this morning is Bailey. There she is. Today's her birthday. It's a big number 2, and she is loved to death by Rosalie, and she's all ready to rock right there with her party hat on. Also this morning, Charlotte Sarah Rose, a beautiful English Springer Spaniel, and we're going to get to her in a moment. But first, we got to talk about Devin. It celebrated her 10th, or will tomorrow, and Amy, number 14, back on June 10th, and Mary Beth loves both of those water dogs to death. Now we get to Charlotte Sarah Rose and Missy Michelle, number 2 and number 3, respectively, on the 23rd and 24th, from Ted, Tanya, Samantha, and Sabrina. And Bill and June love their Party Animals. Great looking dogs. We'd love for you to send those pictures in to us, folks. Finally, our congratulations going out to our winner this morning, Lloyd Johnson. Knew that the WD and WD-40 stands for Water Displacer, not displacement, Displacer. Congratulations, you got yourself that getaway to the Casablanca and Mesquite, Lloyd, including the big month's worth of donuts here at Lamar's and that $100 gift certificate from Las Vegas Harley-Davidson. Going to call over Russ Gerner real quick to tell us a little bit about this this car that Danny Gans has put up for auction on eBay. Just give our viewers just some of the high points, Russ, of what they can expect if they get the successful bid on this car.
Well, it's got a beautiful candy apple red paint job.
It is gorgeous.
17 coats of color put on it.
What kind of motor in it?
It's got a 350, 750 double pumper. It's got a Muncie 4-speed transmission in it. It's got beautiful chrome Krager wheels. It's one of a kind, really.
It truly is. It's just a beautiful automobile. And once again, all the proceeds for this go to the Lily Claire Foundation.
And what better could that be?
Absolutely. And they just broke ground on the building over UNLV, I understand. Raised $300,000 a few months ago, and we'd like to raise more. $20,000 minimum bid. It went online on eBay this morning, and it's going to be online all next week.
That's it. And it's very lucky. A beautiful car for a beautiful cause.
Absolutely. Thank Danny and you and Chip Lightman, Danny's manager, and all the folks that came out to enjoy Weather on Wheels on this beautiful Friday morning. And we'd love to see you out here one of these days. In the meantime, we're going to see you back in the studio, Chera and Ben.
All right. Thank you, John. C is for cookie, and a Maryland man found out that A means assault. He is accused of beating up Cookie Monster earlier this month at Sesame Place theme park in Pennsylvania. Police say 22-year-old Lee McFadder assaulted an actor in the Cookie Monster suit when the character would not pose for a picture with the man's daughter. The actor apparently had to go on a break, and police say that's when McFadder knocked him over and started kicking him in front of hundreds of horrified children. McFadder now faces charges of assault, harassment, as well as disorderly conduct.
And W means we will be right back. Stay with us.
0.9% financing, $1,500 cash back, Las Vegas. Now's the time to save at your #1 Ford outfitter. Gordon Ford, brand new 2001 Ranger pickups, $99 a month. Gordon Ford even has brand new 2001 F-150s, $159 a month. Gordon Ford has no boundaries on all new tough trucks in stock. 0.9% financing, $1,500 cash back. Come to Gordon Ford today and get outfitted in the pickup of your choice. Rangers, $99 a month. F-150s, $159 a month. Only at Gordon Ford, your #1 Ford outfitter and a family tradition for over 77 years. Gordon Ford.
I definitely think the inner city games feels like a family.
We've expanded the soccer program to 6 sites. We have over 3,600 kids that are participating in soccer.
I think the inner city games is bringing soccer to kids that don't know the sport. It's just really important that kids get out there and stay out of trouble.
They do get to meet kids from all over the city.
It's free, and they provide transportation for the kids.
I like to play soccer, and if I wasn't here, I would probably be watching TV at my house. The inner city games!
At Tobin Infinity, less is more. Our pre-owned vehicles start at just $69.95, yet each one comes with our White Glove Premium Package, including desert protection, 24-hour roadside assistance, 90-day extended warranty, 3-day return for exchange policy, and special financing. A $995 value, so while they cost much less, they really are much more. Experience more for less. The pre-owned inventory at Tobin Infinity, where your possibilities are endless.
The Sunbelt Classic Car Collection is expanding. If you have or know someone who has a classic vehicle they'd like to sell, or if you're just interested in classic cars, call our hotline at the number on the screen, or write to us at 1500 Formaster Lane.
Sponsored by Wex Wheels, specializing in exotic and highline automobiles on South Decatur between DI and Spring Mountain.
Everyone loves it.
Heard of Barking Dog USA? You might if one Southern California mayor gets his way.
Well, it probably would be similar to the time when we had a llama for mayor. That wasn't very popular either. It was comical, but it wasn't popular.
Some citizens of Ramona, California don't think that name reflects the town's image, so there are so many barking dogs in that city. They've started a petition to drive to change the name to Barking Dog USA. City officials say the name change will attract visitors and some pooches, as you can see, but some think the idea is just plain silly. I don't know about those dogs there. In order for the change to take place, the county would have to approve the new name.
How about Tom Hawley Town USA?
I like that. That has a really good bell on it and knows a lot about traffic, too.
I don't quite see the tie-in, but, you know, I'll play along, whatever comes up. Sure. Actually, my dog Yvonne, I get him to bark just by giving him a certain look. Here it is. He barks when he sees that look. I didn't hear any barking in the studio here, so apparently it doesn't work at it. Oh, okay, it does work in the studio here as well. Let's take you outside for a look at the roadways, which are lightly populated right now, at least no major tie-ups on the roads. This is looking down in the south part of the valley at the Russell Road interchange with I-15 as seen from high atop the Rio camera. And nothing to worry about. As a matter of fact, NHP, North Las Vegas Police, Henderson PD, and Metro all reporting accident-free conditions. Gotta love that. Las Vegas area computer traffic system giving us our next view in North Las Vegas, and it's a little bit of a glare in the camera there, but you can see very light traffic on both Las Vegas Boulevard on the left side of your screen and Lake Mead Boulevard on the right side of your screen. It's not all splendid scenery from Sky 3 each afternoon, although we do try and find the good stuff. But what is going on with this pond here? This is in the City Park, which is just off the corner of Washington and Mojave. Looks like perhaps someone put some soap in there, whatever the case. I've been by that many a time, and it's usual nice clear water with lots of duckies playing around in there. But they had a bit of a problem yesterday with scum along the surface of the pond yesterday. Just caught the attention of our camera. I don't know why. Anyhow, that's traffic on the 3s and a little bit more than you were asking for. Let's send it right now back to Chera and Ben.
All right, thank you, Tom, and we will, of course, be right back.
The Frederick's Facts Contest is held during weekday morning and noon newscast. The winner is the first caller with the correct answer to the question and will be notified at that time. Prizes and their value vary. Each winner must pick up their prize at KVBC within 1 week of notification. Any Nevada resident at least 18 years old can enter, except employees of KVBC, their families and household members, and all affiliated companies. The winner may be required to sign a waiver and a promotional release. Complete contest rules, including prizes and their value, can be obtained at kvbc.com or during regular business hours at KVBC, 1500 Formaster Lane, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Fine lines, seductive styling, superior performance. Jaguar XJ8. Today at Gordon Jaguar of Las Vegas for only $7.99 a month. Drive the new 2001 Jaguar XJ8 for only $7.99 a month with only $17.99 down. Come to Gordon Jaguar of Las Vegas and indulge yourself with a test drive of the 2001 XK8 Jaguar convertible. Only at Gordon Jaguar of Las Vegas, 7200 West Sahara. Exceeding your expectations. Gordon Jaguar of Las Vegas.
Sienna, the perfect playground for your second childhood. Enter the private guard gates of Sienna and become part of Las Vegas's premier active adult community in Summerlin. Tour 14 spectacular show homes. Sienna.
It has been said that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Bummer. The LS from Lincoln. Head straight to your Lincoln dealer now for 0% financing, and we'll also make your first month's payment.
Today is the day to buy new furniture.
$98 a month.
You like it?
I love it.
No dealers, no wholesalers.
For the public only.
United Nissan Discount Center on Sahara, just west of Boulder Highway.
At United,
we stand up for you.
And welcome back, everybody. One last check on weather or traffic.
Loving it. Nothing really to slow you down outside the ordinary bottleneck southbound 15 at Sahara.
So happy Friday. We'll see you back here at noon, everyone.
Have a good day.